Hey everybody, this is Alex with GuitarForce.com. This is a lesson on how to play Spirit Crusher by Death, a supported request by Tendency. So thank you very much, man. I hope you like this lesson. You can download the tabs and the backing track as usual for free at GuitarForce.com. While you are there, please consider supporting me by purchasing a product from the store section. And the backing track is not something perfect, you know. I couldn't find anything else on the net, so I did it on my own. And like I said, it's not something amazing, but you know, there are drums and bass basically, and you can still play to it, you know. So you can practice to it as well. Alright, so back to the lesson. The song is in D standard as the usual tuning for Death. And so, you know, you have to drop down one whole step if you're in standard tuning. So yeah, man, that's it. Let's go for a close-up. Let's take a listen to the intro part first, and then we, as usual, come back, close up, and start the lesson. Let's check it out. Okay, so the intro part of the song starts off with a power chord, and it's not just a power chord, it's a power chord with edit 9, or you can refer to it as a sus2. Looks like this. It's an A flat, add 9 like I said, and on the low E string we have 4th fret, then we have on A string 6th fret, and then we add 9, which is on the D string 8th fret. So if we refer to this as intervals, we have a root note, the 5th and the 9th. Okay, now we pick each of the strings once, so we go 6, 5, 4, and then what we do, we move the whole shape just one fret up, and we start from the D string going downwards. Okay, so it would be like this. So basically we go from A flat add 9 into the A add 9. Now both guitars are playing the same riff, but also palm muted the first 4 times. When we play the second 4 times, the second guitar is playing the same thing, but it harmonizes the whole thing in fifths. In other words, we're going to be playing an E flat add 9 going to E add 9, and it would look like this. On the A string we have 6, on D string we have 8, and on the G string we have 10. Okay, and the same principle applies here as well. So we play that, then we move one fret up the whole position, the whole shape, and then we go down. Also, when we play this part, we kind of let the notes ring out, so they you know, fall one after the other. And the second guitar at the same time is playing. Alright, so they repeat that twice, and then we go into the next figure, and it goes like this. we're going to be playing single notes alternated with the gallop figure on the low E string. So the single notes are going to be on A string 7, 9, 10. Then we go on to the D string, which is going to be 9, 7. Then we're back to A string playing 9, 10, 9. And all of these single notes are alternated with the gallop on the low E open. So it looks like this. Okay, now alternatively you can play these two notes on the D string, which are on the 9th and 7th fret. You can play them on A string as well. You know, it depends how you want to play it. If you want to stay in one position, you can use the D string. If you want to just play on A string, you can use the 14th and 12th fret. So. Okay. Now the gallop is just like I demonstrated on the low E string. Nothing too special here. And then after that we play the second part of this riff, but now instead of using the single notes, we're going to be using just power chords, and the power chords are D, E, and F sharp, and then back to D. So it would look like this. Now the last note right here is a single note on the A string, 7th fret. It's an E note, and it's also pinch harmonic. We apply pinch harmonic and also some vibrato. So when we put all of the parts together, so far we got this. Now that last part, which is played on the low E string only, it's a rhythm figure, and it's a little bit kind of tricky, but you have to play a few times. Once you get it inside your head, you know, it just becomes a second nature when playing this riff. So it's basically, it goes like this. Okay. So we have, it's a combination between, I'm sorry, between 8 notes and gallop, and also keep in mind that the second gallop, it's coming on the strong beat. So if you tap your foot to the riff, it goes like this. Okay? Sometimes, you know, it's kind of harder when you break down the whole riff like that. When you play all of the notes of the riff together, you know, it kind of falls into the right place. So just like I said, you know, you're going to see it on the tablature, and also just practice a couple of times. Once you get it inside your head, you know, then it's going to be all right. You're going to be just playing it without even thinking about that. But once again, just to demonstrate, we're going to put together all of the things in this second part, in this riff, and it goes like this, slowly. Okay, so now we go into the next section, and it sounds like this. Alright, so this section starts off with kind of same figure as we did from the previous riff, at least the first part, but now the notes are changing a little bit. So now we're going to be playing, the single notes are going to be the same as previously. So we play 7, 9, 10, 9, but this time we alternate it with B flat note on a 6 string, 6th fret. So we play Okay? And then we go into the fast part, and we play here these notes. Again, single notes are going to be on the A string, going 7, 9, 10, 9. But we alternate it now with the B note, which is on the 7th fret of the low E, and also we play it very fast, 16th notes picking pattern. So slowly it would look like this. Okay. Now we change the harmony. Now we play again, the single notes are going to be 7, 9, 10, 9, but the alternate tone that we play, the note is going to be the C note, which is on the 8th fret of the low E string. So, okay, then we go into next set of notes, which is going to be now a little bit different. We start off with the single notes on the A string, which is 9th fret, and playing 10th fret of the low E, 16th notes. Then we play 12 on the A, and here the 12 on the A is a single note, and we alternate it with 9th fret of the low E. So we have, okay, then we play on A 10th fret, back to 9 on E, then we have on A 7th fret to 8 on low E, and then we finish it off on the 9th fret of the D string. So let me just play it slowly, all of the notes, so you can see what's going on. The fast part. Okay, so again, once again, you're going to see them, all of the notes transcribed in the tablature, that just to give you as an example. Now this last note that I said we play on D string, the 9th fret, the second guitar is playing on the G 11th fret, and you can play just the power chord. It looks like this is a power chord, the big B power chord. So you can use both notes at the same time. So once again, if I play that last section, it goes like this slowly. Okay, so that was the first section. Now we go into the next one, and it sounds like this. Okay, so in this part we're staying on that B chord, B power chord for a while, and then we have a huge big slide out, kind of slow, right? And then we go into the power chords, and it goes like this. First one is going to be E power chord, then going into the C, so then we go into G. Then there is a little rest in between, then we pick the G again, sliding into A and picking the A again. Now the second part. So here we play twice the E power chord, then we have the low E open palm muted, and then we go into C chord again. Then we repeat the previous two power chords, which is the E. So we pick them twice again. Then we have again the low E, just a low E string, palm muted. And then we have this, which is the D note on the 5th fret of the A string, and it's again we use the pinch harmonic, and with bend and return and adding vibrato. So the second part. Okay, then we repeat basically the whole thing, but this time when we play the E power chord, we add the open strings high E and the B. Okay, and then we go into C chord. Now the second time when we play this second part of the riff, instead of playing the D note with pinch harmonic, we play the D power chord, the whole D power chord. Okay, so once again the second part of the riff. And we repeat the same thing again. So we play this twice, and then the last part is again we're playing the same chords, but we cut off the riff on the A chord. So we play, we slide out, and then there is another section, the bass starts playing. We wait for one riff played on the bass, and then the guitar is coming in, and now we're going to take a listen to that part. Okay, so this part of the song might look a little bit complicated, and it's because of these weird time changes that are going on, time signatures, and it's you know, starts off with 4/4, then goes 5/4, comes back to 4/4, and so on. So this might look a little bit complicated, but you know, the whole riff is played using 8th notes. So if you just keep track of these 8 notes, you know, you're gonna be okay. And the first guitar is playing again, starts off with this like in the intro, but this time the chord from the intro, but this time we started on the G. So we have a G add 9 or G sus2, and again we're playing same thing. So we play the G, and then we go 1 fret up, coming back, and that's the first part of the riff. Now here, now we play a D flat, and we just go up and down. Now there are two ways to play this riff. You can either go onto the A string and play this chord, or you can just stay on the 6th string root note right here. So what you have to do is just shift the whole thing up to the 9th position. So it's a D flat, and then so like I said, we play 6th, 5th, 4th string, then going back to 5th and 6th, and then again we move the whole thing just 1 fret down onto the C. And here is a little bit different picking. So we again pick the 6th, 5th, 4th string, then going back to the 5th to the 6th, and then we pick again the 5th string. Okay, so if I play slowly, it goes like this. Okay. So like I said, there are two ways. One, you can start the G chord right here, and then go onto the A string, but now you have to play right here starting on the 4th fret, and then move the whole thing down one step, 1 fret. Or you can just stay on the low strings and just move the whole shape into the correct position. Now the second guitar is playing similar thing, but again it harmonizes the whole thing in fifths. So in other words, now we have for the second guitar it's playing the D sus2. Okay, so we play here on the A string starting on the 5th fret, then same shape exactly, move 1 fret up, same thing, same pattern, and then we go into A flat, which is right here on the 11th fret of the A, 13 on D, and 15 on G. And again the same pattern as the first guitar, but like I said, you know, it's in fifths. Alright, so a couple of times just to play through. Alright, so this part they play a few times, I think 4, and then we go into the next riffs and they sound like this. Okay, so for this section of the song we're going to be using a pedal tone, which is going to be for the first part the A open string palm muted, and then we're going to have other single notes, and we're going to alternate between these single notes and the pedal tone. So the single notes are going to be on the D string we have 9, 7, 9, 10, and then on the G we have 9, 7. So this is for the first part of the riff, and like I said, each of these notes are going to be alternated with the A string open, and all of these notes are played using the eighth notes rhythm. So the rhythm starts off with 2 A palm muted, and then we go into this alternating kind of figure. So slowly it would go like this. Now for the second part, again we have on the D string 7, 9, 10, but on the G we're going to have 10, 9. And in between these two riffs we have 3 A's palm muted. Okay? So basically it starts off like this. Okay, so if we play just the single notes from the both parts, it goes like this. And then for the second part. Alright, so now when we put the A string open, and just keep in mind that in the beginning of each riff it's 2 A's palm muted. Now when we go for the second part it's 3 times, and then we start again. And the last note, which is here on the 10th fret, we hold it for quarter note. Now the second part of the riff, here now we're going to be alternating the other notes with the 8th fret on the A string. Okay, so an F note. And again, in the same manner, we're going to be playing alternating between other notes, which are going to be on the D string. We have 9, 10, 12. Then we go onto the G string, we play 12, 10, 9. And then we finish it off on the D string, 10th fret. So again, hold it for a quarter note, and then we repeat the riff, but instead of playing 12 on the G, we're going to be playing now 10, 9, and then we play on the D, 9, 10. So it goes like this. Alright, so now when we put the two rhythmical figures together, slowly it would look like this. Now the next part, which is going to be a little bit faster for picking, is going to be the A string open, and we play 16th notes here, so two groups of 4. And now we slide on the D string going from 7 to 9. Again, we're alternating with A string, but using the 16th notes. So slide from 7 to 9 on the D. Then we play 9 to 10. Then we play 10 to 12. And then we play from 12 to 10. So one more time. Now we play again the pedal tone as the F note, which is on the 8th fret of the A string, and in a similar fashion, but now the other notes slides are going to be on the D string going from 9 to 10, the first one. One more time. Second slide is from 10 to 12. Then the third slide is going to be on the G string going from 10 to 12. And the last slide is from 10 to 9. Okay, so now that last part, the using the 16th notes, when we put both of them together, slowly goes like this. Okay, so the next part we go into solo, and I'm gonna just show you the rhythm guitar, what it's doing during the solo. So it sounds like this. Okay, so the rhythm guitar during solos, the first part goes like this. We're going to be playing power chords alternating with an A open string palm muted. The power chords for the first section are B flat at the 8th position right here. Then we have an F chord again at the 8th position. And then we have the C chord, which is at the 10th position. Now the pattern goes like this. We're going to be playing, like I said, alternating each of these chords with an open A string palm muted 16th notes. And we're going to be playing first 2 times 8 16th notes between the chords. So, and then for the third power chord, we're going to be playing only 4 16th notes. Okay, so when we put together the whole thing slowly, alright, so that's the first part of this section. And then same principle applies, exactly the same rhythmically, but now we're going to be playing just the A chord right here at the 7th position without changing, so it goes. Okay, so these are the 2 sections. When we put them together, it goes like this. Alright, so we play this figure for 4 times, and then the second part of the solo, again we're going to be using the power chords, but we're just going to strike them once and let them ring out. So the first chord is going to be a C sharp. Okay, so for the whole bar. Then we have F sharp. Then we have A and E. And we played this section for 2 times. The only difference there in the very end, when we play and going from A to E chord, the rhythmical pattern changes. It shortens. So watch out for that. So I'm just going to play through this last section so you can see. So it goes like this. Okay, so we go into E chord on the last beat of the bar. And then we go into the next riff, next section, which sounds like this. Okay, so in this section we're going to be alternating the gallop rhythmical figure with sort of broken down power chords, and it goes something like this. We start off, like I said, with the gallop figure, and it starts off with an 8th note and then followed by a gallop. So we have that figure, it stays the same, doesn't change. Then the second part of the riff goes, like I said, we're going to be using the sort of broken down power chord in this fashion, and the first one is an E power chord at the 7th position, so we have on A 7th fret, on D 9, and back to the A string at the 7th, and add a vibrato. So if we put together both parts, it sounds like this. And then we repeat the same thing rhythmically, but now the next chord is going to be F, then again playing the G, and then we're back to F. So far we got now this last part of this riff. It's a combination between the 8th notes, gallop figure, and also using a E power chord as well. So it starts off like this. We have a gallop figure, and then we have an 8th note, all right? Like that. And then we play the power chord 3 times. Again, it's sort of a gallop. So far we got. And the last part, again, we play 2/16 notes on the A, on the low E, I'm sorry. And then we have just the power chord sliding out. So just listen to it a couple of times. Again, this is that sort of thing that you have to listen, you know, get inside your head. It's all about the rhythm. And also in the tablature you will see exactly the how the notes are laid out on the tab. So one more time, just gonna play that last figure. It goes like this. Alright, so now let me play through this last section slowly, so just for your reference. So it goes like this. Alright, so we play this figure for 4 times. Now the second guitar, the third and fourth time is again harmonizing the whole riff using the fifths, and it just goes for the power chord. So instead of playing E, we play right here B chord on the D and the G strings. So on the D we have 9 and on the G we have 11. And then in a similar fashion we just move 1 fret up to the C chord, and then the last one, the D, back to C, and then the last part is playing exactly the same as the first guitar. So 2 guitars are playing this riff, and actually they end the riff on the 4th time. When they play, they don't go back to the first guitar to the F chord and the second guitar to the to the C chord. They just finish it off like that. Right, so when the first guitar reaches the G chord and the second guitar reaches the D chord, they play this riff for the last time, and then they go to the beginning, to the intro part of the song, and the whole thing starts again using the same riffs as we've looked at earlier. Alright, so that's it for this lesson. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please hit that thumbs up button. Also share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar related stuff and videos. And in the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.